Here you go. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're watching Open. It's that live and interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. You stay connected through us at social media at BronxNet TV. All right. Leading things off, our first guests are the founder and co-founder of Art Science Complex. And they join us to highlight the services that they are offering to their community and speak about how they are bridging the gap between art and science. Please welcome to the show Julie Rauer and Bruce Gemmell.
Great to be back. Glad to see
Oh
you.
man, it's always good to see you guys.
Even though we don't get to see you face to face, and it's still a pleasure.
But next time you come in, there's situations where we have to do it from wherever you are, where we just make it happen. But then there's times where you can just come in. You can bring the coffee, or we could supply the coffee and donuts or whatever you want.
Yeah. We adapt and overcome. In fact, the thing I was going to say was Julie was going to sign a copy of her book for you.
Yeah.
We'll do that next time.
We'll get it next time for sure.
I was going to bring a copy of my book and sign it over to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's great to be back.
Oh, it's always good to see you guys. Let's describe some of the things, some of the work that you guys are doing for the Art and Science Complex Imaginaria Project. Okay. And who are the businesses and institutions that are involved with this work?
Okay. Well, we basically are involved with all different types, from educational institutions to corporations to faith-based institutions. Basically, we feel that education is something that goes across all types of people, all ages. There's really no person who's excluded, but we really feel as if, like, getting to the point, and I mean, you deal with education, you're a great advocate of education and outreach. So we're kind of in the same thinking as you are, is that, like, everyone needs to kind of learn how to think.
Yeah. Yeah. And, when I met Julia, we were on Lexington Avenue, about 87th, 88th Street, something like that, in a really nice spot. And we just happened upon one another. She said, "Oh, da, da, da." And I said, "Oh, da, da, da." And we went back and forth, and she told me everything that she was doing and what you guys were up to. And I said, "Well, listen, why don't you come on? I have a TV show." And it happened just like that. Now, what is the strategic goal behind offering both permanent and pop-up Imaginaria studios for diverse groups like homeschools and global institutions?
Well, I think, being in a place like New York City, and, we understand the fact that American education used to be something that was an incredibly venerable institution. And we've watched education slip. And I think there's people who can kind of become part of that institution. Our concern is we need to kind of put us back where we belong, which is at the forefront of thinking. And I saw America go from being at the forefront of engineering and education and science and research to slipping from that perch. And I love the competition, but I mean, being an American, you just always want to be first. So I feel that, like, we've come up with programs which we think can supplement. I'm not going to call anyone out, but I think some of the failings need to be addressed, and the institution itself doesn't want to address the failings. So we kind of see ourselves as a supplement to that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I would also like to quantify here that Art Science Complex, we were hired and are hired by several Barnes and Nobles, the one that used to be in Tribeca, the Barnes and Noble that was on the upper East Side, Blick art stores, both on the West Coast and here, the American Museum of Natural History, the New York Public Library. Wow. We have worked with the Alzheimer's Association, and we're on a grant from the Alzheimer's and the Parkinson's Association. So we were hired to produce and create and conduct our Art Science Complex Imaginaria, which is a thinking, drawing, writing, painting, building workshop, which promotes imaginative thinking and creative problem solving.
And how does that work for somebody who wants to get involved in that? Somebody may say, "Hey, that sounds interesting. Tell me a little bit more about how that works. How can I get involved?"
Well, you can contact us on Facebook. You can contact us on our website, and basically
or on our YouTube
or our
channel.
YouTube channel. I mean,
Yeah.
we have several. I think that Stephen has put up a lot of the different. There's one, right? So the point is, we sometimes we kind of feel as if like people kind of pigeonhole us as academics or researchers or in an institution.
Yeah.
Even sometimes people have suggested I should be in an institution, but at the same time, I think the idea is we really love. In fact, what we got a mayor's award for in San Diego was just going out into the street, setting up a table and doing a pop-up. So I mean,
Yeah.
there are the people who have big money who want to kind of help us become part of their institution. But then the other thing is, we love the idea of sitting with the kids and kind of seeing, when kids are little, they have dreams, they love everything, they're curious, they're spontaneous, and school kind of takes that out of them. So what we want to do is we like to go back and kind of get them into like, hey, what do you love? What are your dreams? What are the things that interest you? So I think by focusing back on the individual, that allows us to kind of find opportunities to teach things that would be of consequence to that individual.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, it's not just children, and I really think this is important to stress. Children are certainly a very important part of our complete equation, but this involves graduate students. We have been architectural jury. We also have been embedded at a number of scientific and art and research institutions for longer periods of time, meaning we are part of their ongoing program where we are interacting with staff. We also do and provide a number of on-site lectures, workshops, seminars, and symposia for the communities, and we are hired by a number of corporations and institutions.
I like that. And you both have given lectures recently. Can you tell us about your lecture at the Museum of Natural History? Because I want to go to the next one.
We actually did 2 lectures there with and that was a lot of fun because we got a chance to talk about things that were pertinent to us. But I think also what we're looking to do now is we would like to expand more into the day-to-day workings of schools and groups. We kind of feel we do best in that kind of small group interaction, classrooms, things like that. I mean, we're trying to move more into the, your class wants to invite someone in to kind of get a new way of looking at things, and that's kind of, I think, what we're looking to do now, which was, I think, was some of the successes we had, which again got us the mayor's award. In fact, there's an art science confiscate in San Diego.
Yeah. Oh yes, thanks. Yeah, I mean, I also do want to stress that schools are part of our programs. They are not all of our programs. That we also very much are active in companies, institutions, other organizations, corporations. These are also places we have done a lot of lectures, workshops, and seminars, not just in schools. So, that is one portion
I get it.
of our work. Yes,
I get it, and I like the work that you guys are doing, but I love the schools too because they used to tell me, well, why are you going to elementary schools when I visit? Because it didn't fit the demographics of the radio station at the time. Why are you going to elementary schools? Why are you going to junior high schools? We don't have high school listeners. I said, yes, we do. And guess what? Their parents are listening. The school is listening to find out what we're saying to the youngsters. And kids don't say this. They don't stay the same age.
No,
they grow up, and they can
point.
continue to talk about what you have spoken to them about after years later, people come up to me today and they say, "Hey, I remember what you said when you came to my school. Thank you, thank you, thank you."
Oh, that's beautiful.
So yeah, that's why the schools are so important too, because they continue to carry your message with them. But you made a splash in the school system. You have over what 60 plus schools that you're
Yep.
working with now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite a few
And,
schools.
and I guess at this point we're looking at that as we are successful, we're looking to expand. So in a
Yes.
way, one of
Yes.
the great things is showing people, hey, call us up, talk to us, and we can kind of show you how we can fit into your curriculum. We can show you how we can fit into your institution. There's really, like there's nothing that we couldn't help in terms of kind of like restoring, the imaginative, aspect of yourself.
Great, great. So when you get into another school, let me know. I want to sit in one of those
Absolutely.
little seats and just watch you guys work.
Okay.
But listen, let's move on to that
Mhm.
outstanding book project that you've been working on, because I have a few more minutes left.
Mhm.
The Barnacle Codex.
Yes.
Yes. Talk about that briefly.
Well, this is a project that we generated years ago at the Science, Industry, and Business Library, which was then a separate building and has now been incorporated into the main branch of the New York Public Library, where I have lectured twice and had two pendant exhibitions to graduate library sciences classes that were there, and these were open to the public.
Mm-hmm.
So the book is 27 plates that I created based on 16 books of research of the Darwin research of the barnacles he scraped off the bottom of the beagle, which is what he won his royal medal for.
Yeah.
And people don't realize this sparked really a huge sector of Darwin's work in evolution and in progressive morphology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, and I mean, I will stress too also that pendant exhibitions and publications are also a very large part of what we do. Would you like to expand on that?
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah.
Oh, you got 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we want to kind of expand. Like I said, we want to expand the reach, and also I think that we enjoy the challenge of different opportunities, of new opportunities. So I think that's one of the things that's important to understand, is that we know what we do well, and we're looking to do other things that we can kind of expand. So I think anyone who's kind of intrigued or interested should give us a call, and we can kind of reach out and get that started.
Yeah. Hey, listen, thank you guys so much. You're always welcome to come on.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Always
It's
a pleasure.
always
Awesome.
wonderful to be
And
on.
we'll meet on Lexington Avenue one day.
I
Okay.
would love to.
Or maybe
Let's
here in
do-
Queens.
There you go. Okay.
All right.
There you go. Julie Rauer, artist, co-founder, Art Science Complex. Bruce Gemmell. Bruce Gemmell. Thank you so much. We
Okay.
appreciate you guys.
See you soon.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Bob.
We'll take a quick break. I've got more open. It's all coming your way next.
Mm.